Καλησπέρα, γεια χαρά σε όλους για ένα μεταμεσονύκτιο stream. Γεια χαρά σε όλους τους ξενύχτιδες. Αυτή τη φορά με Greedfall, το οποίο το παίζω πρώτη φορά τώρα. Πρώτη φορά το ξεκινάω στο Series X, δεν ξέρω τι να περιμένω, πώς θα πάει. Έχει πάρει το patch βέβαια για τις next gen consoles, οπότε θα δούμε. Ευελπιστώ ότι θα έχουν κάνει καλή δουλειά σε αυτό το τομέα. Και καλησπέρα στους Βαγγέλη, Θοδωρή, Νίκο, TTG, Gato Adjester και Νικόλαο. Δώστε μου ένα λεπτό. Ο ήχος πιστεύω είναι καλά. Και για να δούμε. Discovery. Εγώ μάλλον δεν θα σου κάνω τίποτα εχθροί. Καλά, στο normal θα το πάμε. Μην κάνουμε κασκαντεριλίκια. Παιχνίδι αυτό εννοείται της γαλλικής Spider. Είχε κάνει πιο πριν παλιότερα τα Necromancer, τα Technomancer. Και το Greedfall είχε βγει το 19. Πριν 1-2 μήνες πήρε το patch. Είπαμε, από το 0 το πάω σήμερα. Λοιπόν, ωραία, θα φτιάξουμε δικό μας. Έχει πολλές επιλογές. Εδώ καλά είμαστε. Πάντα μουσική. Τον κάνουμε λίγο Νταρντανιάν. Δεν μας ενδιαφέρει αυτό. Next step. Starting class, τι έχουμε εδώ? One-handed heavy weapons, blades και αυτά μάλλον για warrior θα πάμε. Technical, elemental traps, ούτε καν. Αν και τα firearms, έχει και αυτή η κλάση οι firearms, εντάξει είμαστε. Και magic. Γεια σου αυτά μας. Για πείτε τι λέτε να το πάμε. Εντάξει, συνήθως με warrior παίζω banal πράγματα. Μ' αρέσουν με λέω απλά πάντα σε σχέση με μαγείες, αλλά τελευταία έχω αρχίσει να το ψιλορισκάρω και σε μαγείες. Όχι πρώτη φορά το παίζω, Νικόλα. Δεν έχω ξανασχοληθεί με το Greedfall. Magic λέει ο Jester. Λόγω τεχνικών θεμάτων λες TTG δεν το πάλεψες. Καλά, technical δεν υπάρχει περίπτωση. Τώρα τι elemental traps, τι είναι αυτά τα πράγματα. Έχει lockpicking βέβαια, αυτό μάλλον βολικό θα έρχεται. Δεν ξέρω, ούτε ξέρω, έχει πάρτι, έχει άλλους χαρακτήρες να έχουν φέρει τα δικά τους skills για παράδειγμα. Δεν βλέπω να προτείνεται κάτι υπόλοιπο, θα το πάμε με magic που λέει ο Jester. Έτσι κι αλλιώς μεταξύ των δύο είμαι, ας το πάμε εδώ. Τι έγινε? Το κλείδωσα. Ωραία. Και... κάτσε, ποια είναι τα recommended, λέει. Science Intuition. Τα ταλέντα. Mental Power, Willpower. Δεν σου λέει τι είναι τα επόμενα. Λοιπόν, έχω να βάλω πόντους τώρα. Έναν πόντο έχω όλο και όλο. Attribute required to wear the best rings. Τι λες? Αυτά τα δύο θα πρέπει να ανεβάζω. Ας ξεκινήσουμε από mental power. Περισσότερο damage. Ναι, οκ. Αυτό τι αλλάζει? Δεν γράφει κάτι, τέλος πάντων. Και τι είναι αυτά τα talents? Αυτό μου πρότεινε intuition και science. Allows you to make simple potions. Αν και το να σπάει... Γεια σου, Λουκ. Το να σπάει πόρτες που λέει τείχους με explosive δεν φαίνεται κακό. Καλά, και το lockpicking θα ήθελα. Το intuition τι λέει? Unlock contextual dialogue also. Και αυτό μας αρέσει για το RP. Γεια σου, Λίνδια. Πρώτη φορά σε stream μας εδώ στο Game Over. Καλώς τον. Ναι, πάμε με intuition. Τρελαίνουμε να πω την αλήθεια. Καλά, craftsmanship έτσι κι αλλιώς δεν θα κάνω, δεν με ενδιαφέρει ποτέ το craft σε αυτά τα παιχνίδια. Vigor, ok. Καρίσμα. Και αυτό θα έχει ενδιαφέρον για τους διαλόγους. Μεταξύ του intuition και του καρίσμα θα ήμουν. Καλά είμαστε εδώ. Πήραμε. Start. Τι, πάτησα. Start. Λάθος κουμπί πατάω.
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lord, out of my mouth.
Γεια σου, Constance.
Your particularity.
Καλώς σας βρήκα πάλι.
You're still here?
We've nearly finished.
Ο ήχος είναι εντάξει, έτσι.
Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry, I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Telemi and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lord. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir. Truly, I must be going.
My lord, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish.
Oh, thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
Είναι και άσχημη η cutscene. Δεν ξέρω τι να περιμένω από άποψη ποιότητας. Ξέρω ότι το Αλέξανδρο του άρεσε, είχε κάνει και το review. Άλλο λίγο το μένω. Yeah. Novices Ring. Ο μάγος έχει το hammer, άγρια πράγματα. Ναι, οκ. Main, οκ. Ο χάρτης. Τι χαμός γίνεται εδώ. Skills, πανικός. Και εμείς είμαστε εδώ, έτσι. Τώρα και τα μελέθα και τα... Τέλος πάντων. Δεν πειράζει. Τώρα επιλέξαμε μάγο. Κλείδωσε. Desarde. Στο Series X παίζω Eternal. Και main quest, side missions. Τα missions μάλλον θα είναι πολύ απλά. Τι θα είναι. Όπα. Okay. Και εδώ Λόρα. Τι είναι αυτός? Καλά, αυτά θα μας τα μάθει σταδιακά, υποθέτω. Κάτι τι έγραφε εκεί? Relationship level, μάλιστα. Όπα. Ελπίζω να μην έχει φέρει το φάρι. Τι κάνει? Αυτό είναι... Δεν ξέρω τι είναι. Πώς μενού. Οκ. Είναι tactical pause, change weapon. Καλά είμαστε. Τρέξιμο έχουμε? Όχι. Όχι. Το α. Φυσικά. Μάλιστα, πάμε. Γεια σου κύριε Μπόμπο. Ωραία. Δεν έχω παίξει κανένα παιχνίδι της εταιρείας, να σου πω την αλήθεια. Πόρτες δεν ανοίγουν. Πάμε.
Hey! Green blood! Cut. And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your goal.
Oh, enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us.
Νιώθω ότι θα ήθελα να πάρω Warrior για να παίξω και όχι μάγο. Τέλος πάντων. Ρε, μήπως να το γυρίσω στην αρχή να πάρω Warrior, σπαθιά, πιστόλια, ιστορίες. Attack 3 times. Πώς? Έχει λίγο αέρινα animations. Magic πάρει, τι λες. Σαν το missile λέει, αλλά δεν βγάζει. Ίσως. Πάτησα. Use. Θέλω να το κάνω assign. Ας το βάλουμε εδώ. Άσε με να κάνω λίγο να δω τις κινήσεις. Με έσκησε.
It's becoming a little hard to believe.
Don't add insult to injury. This is humiliating.
Ναι, δεν έπρεπε να έχω equip όπλο για να κάνω τη μαγεία. Γεια σου, Μπαμπ. Γεια σου, Σοκράτη. Εγώ σας ευχαριστώ για την παρέα.
In that case, Otto here is going to be your training partner. Go. Fight with honor.
Οπ, τι έγινε. Κάτσε, ρε. Μια στιγμή. Γεια, μόρτο. Στα έκανα τα γυαλιά μου. Ωραία. Τα έσωσα. Λοιπόν. Στάσεις bind. Να το βάλουμε. Ξέρω. Βάλω το δεξί αυτάκι και εδώ. Ωραία. Α, ναι, όχι, οκ. Καλή είναι και η μαγεία. Τι είναι, γιατί έψοφα. Ψόφα ρε εσύ. Δεν ψοφάνε αυτοί. Για να δούμε λίγο και αυτό. Α, μας τέλειωσε το... Ω! Τι έγινε, δεν χτυπάνε... Εγώ έγινα stand. Α, επειδή έκανε απόκρουση. Ναι, αλλά... Κάπως... Δεν θα έπρεπε να το έχει να μπορείς να χρησιμοποιήσεις ταυτόχρονα το μελέ και τη μαγεία. Ωραία, τι θέλει να κάνει τώρα. Δύσκολα, switch όλα την πάσο κάτι. Physical armor, ok. Ναι, οκ, άσε με να πολεμήσω. Ω, κλεισιά. Άμα τον μπερδεύω τα κουμπιά. Αυτή η κίνηση δεν μου πολύ αρέσει. Γεια σου Γιώργο. Γεια σου Παν. Φιούβρι. Γεια σου Νικ. Ναι, μια χαρά ήταν οι διακοπές μου πάνω, ευχαριστώ. Πολύ καλά πέρασα. Όλη η οικογένεια πέρασε πολύ καλά. Ζεσταθήκαμε. Είδαμε οικογένεια, φίλους μετά από 2 χρόνια από κοντά. Ήταν πολύ καλά.
On the contrary, I'm thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsilion are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territories are
Το lip singing είναι κάπως εδώ.
And there I was thinking I would die of boredom on the trip. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I have no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't.
Μ' άρεσε πάρα πολύ το Death's Door. Πολύ ωραίο παιχνίδι είναι. Γύρω στις 8-9 ώρες. Θα ανέβει το κείμενο την αρχές της άλλης εβδομάδας λογικά.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
Πού πάμε? Mikel.
What is this? Have you not been told to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
Mother, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
That's type. Δεν μπορώ να σε συνηθίσω έτσι.
I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill.
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Πάνω, ναι, εννοείται θα δω το Ascent. Το περιμένω αυτό πολύ. Ελπίζω να βγει καλό. Θα το κάνουμε και stream, θα το παίξουμε και παρέα λογικά. Μάλλον με Γιώργο, Σάβα και Οδυσσέα. Την άλλη Πέμπτη βγαίνει, έτσι.
Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
Έβαλε και τα καλά του. Τι πήραμε, τι έχει εδώ? Bug, health potion. Μια μότο. Mother's present. Mako. Αυτός, ωραία. Περιμένουμε ακόμα τον... Δεν ξέρω αν έχουν στείλει γενικά κωδικούς, αλλά εμείς δεν έχουμε πάρει ακόμα. Ωραίο σκηνικό. Ωραία η πόλη, έτσι κάτι... Ευρώπη φυσικά, εδώ Ιταλία θυμίζει πολύ.
Kurt, it's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You're right. Maybe he's already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Α, companion. Endurance, bla bla bla. Okay. Relationship level suspicious, γιατί, τι του κάναμε. Τέλος πάντων, ας μην δώσω πολύ σημασία σε αυτόν πρώτος companion, δεν μπορεί και να πεθάνει πριν τελειώσει η εισαγωγική αποστολή.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I wondered if you ever felt lonely.
I always do.
And what if I said yes?
Well, I'd be grateful, I suppose. Anything else?
I must leave you.
Που την έπεσα τώρα, δεν κατάλαβα τι έγινε. Side quest, σοβαρά. Όπα. Χαμός γίνεται εδώ. Τι συμβαίνει. Γιατί έχει... άμα το... μπερδεύω το κουμπί. Main quest, side quest. Ναι, αλλά... το ένα γιατί το έχει κυτρινισμένο και το άλλο μαύρο. Πρέπει να το κάνω με τη σειρά δήθεν. Οκ, ναι. Οκ, πάμε πρώτα αυτό. Εν τω μεταξύ, έχω τις μαγείες εγώ. Αλλά... δεν μου βγάζει κάπου ποιες μπορώ να κάνω. Αυτά τα missiles δηλαδή που πετάω, πού τα γράφει ότι μπορώ να τα κάνω. Δεν κατάλαβα εν τω μεταξύ. Σαν όπλο μου το βγάζει το δαχτυλίδι. Τέλος πάντων. Πάμε. Δεν έχει εννοάξει shortcut για χάρτη. Δεν περίμενα η πρώτη πόλη να είναι τόσο μεγάλη βασικά. Νόμιζα σε εκείνο το νησί πας, σε εκείνη την αποικία εξ αρχής. Οπ. Λουπ. Α, πρέπει να το κρατήσω πατημένο. Οκ, βολικό. Τι έγινε? Τι έγινε εδώ? Τι πέσανε? Δεν καταλαβαίνω γιατί όμως δεν μου βγάζει κάπου. Α, ωραίο το στάσεις. Ωραία, του την έφερε ισόπλατα. Ωραία. Ωραία πάντως, αναπληρώνεται το μάνα μόνο του. Καλό είναι αυτό. Α, έχει και εσωτερικά κτίρια. Οκ. Φύγε. Bind, βάλ το εδώ. Καλό φαίνεται το μενού. Ας το κάνουμε εδώ αφού ήρθαμε τώρα.
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tirfredi on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it, and perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime.
Ναι, όχι, Γιώργο, δεν το δοκίμασα ακόμη που λες. Θα το κοιτάξω όμως. Έχει κάποιες σειρές που θέλω να δω.
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You're hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do. Could you tell me anything about Ptolemy?
It would be a pleasure. As you already know, our glorious nation is guided by our faith. We follow the teachings of Matthias and give thanks each day to the Luminous for having gifted us. The high dignitaries of Ptolemy are at the same time our spiritual guides, advocates, and...
I've heard say that dissensions have appeared recently in your nation.
Ah, you must certainly be speaking about the debates that have divided the Ordo Luminous and the more political. The Lord Luminous has an extremely pure vision of our faith and applies the words of our saint. But other, more open mind. They believe that a less rigid dialectic would attract souls more readily to our faith. But their differences are purely theoretical and do not threaten the cohesion of our nation, I assure you.
What's your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
As ambassador of Ptolemy, I can only rejoice at the mention of our commercial. We appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle gave to our missionaries. Thanks to your support, more and more, the congregation is our most precious ally. That heresy is tolerated, and that your treaties with the Bridge Alliance are maintained.
How is Ptolemy faring on Tirfredi?
We built a marvelous city, San Mateus, on the western coast of the island. Did you know that certain historians believe that it might well have been the final resting place of our prophet? Our missionaries there are a multitude. Not a day passes without new islanders joining our sacred faith. Of course, there are certain pockets of resistance. There is talk of a demonic cult, disgusting creatures. But I am confident that the Ordo Luminous will be able to put an end to these horrors. And we have tremendous hopes that the
How goes the conflict with the Brit?
Your territory is, alas, the only one that has been spared from the... We fight on every front. Without great success, these so-called savants not only refuse the light...
And on Tirfredi?
To my knowledge, no one has yet seen any serious... The bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there. and have their hands full, which leaves us greater latitude to settle peacefully and pursue our...
I must be going. Farewell, exit.
May the light...
Nice. Τι πήραμε εδώ? Πού είναι το άλλο? Πού είναι το... Α, κάτι πήραμε εδώ. Πότε το πήρα αυτό? Okay. Και έχουμε... Δεν δίνει πληροφορίες για τα quest περιέργως. Έχει... ναι. Δεν δίνει τίποτα λεπτομέρειες. Τώρα εδώ είπε για τη Θελήμ χώρα, τι είναι αυτό, έθνος. Είπε κάποια ονόματα αλλά δεν έκανε το κόντεξ τίποτα. Λοιπόν, πάμε πρώτα εδώ.
The merchant is there.
Εντάξει παιδιά, RPG είναι, εννοείται ότι θα έχει πολύ διάλογο. Άμαν, πως είσαι και εσύ έτσι.
You can start by explaining to me why you refuse to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, sir. Of course. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible.
If
you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just an agent. And I'm...
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment.
That's right. He told me that their attendants seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain. It's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders? Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the...
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise, if these
Yeah,
thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them.
This whole story sounds suspicious, and you're demanding a second payment but refuse to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness.
Τι συμβαίνει με το σπαθί? Αφού έχουμε το intuition, πάμε.
I'm certain we can come to an unofficial arrangement. You are clearly the apprentice of a demanding master who expects you. Life in your shoes can't be easy. Perhaps we could help you to...
And what would I have to do in exchange? If I give you the merchandise, my master will still demand...
Not if you were robbed. By pure chance. I mean, it could happen to anyone. What if the guards leave a little extra bonus in your pocket as you look away? And while you're making yourself busy elsewhere, some of my men break in and collect their money. You'll just have to make a devastated, the dastardly boldness of them face.
And the bonus will be how much?
Well, you won't be retiring with it.
Oh, all right. Done. I'm with you. As soon as I receive my bonus, my eyes will grow weary-like.
Not just yet. You'll get your bonus afterwards. The guard has already been taken.
Well, you can't hold it against me for trying.
You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
fantasy setting, δεν είναι πράγμα στο πραγματικό κόσμο αυτό Smart Boy. Εντάξει, εμπνευσμένο προφανώς από 17ο αιώνα εκεί με την αποικιοκρατία. Σε λίγο θα σαλπάρουμε για τον νέο κόσμο. Αλλά εμπνέεται από εκεί, δεν είναι... όλα είναι φανταστικά εδώ πέρα. Υπάρχει και μαγεία βέβαια.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd be best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure, like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to
Ευχαριστώ πολύ, Σπύρο, για
It's
το
been 2
donation.
days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
Yeah.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last...
It's been 2 days since I've had any news. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But
Oops.
when did you see your...
It's been 2 days. It wasn't out of the ordinary until... But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor...
Does the boy know anyone in...
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but...
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, I don't think...
Βάλε παρακάτω.
When did you see your cabin boy?
It's been 2 days since I've had any... It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning, but the day of departure...
Τα ίδια βάζω.
This Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there, in port.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no set. We did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I...
In the port jails, not far from the where. May I ask you, why this sudden...
A couple of heretics are planning on leaving Serene. The ambassador of Teleme has entrusted me with the job of capturing them.
Happy to see that you trust me enough to seek my counsel in the affair. Just so happens that I heard someone talking about the couple. The Cardinal's men are far from discreet. They're making quite some ruckus, asking to search our warehouses. We, of course, refused entry. Only the Nords have access. I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I'm certain you're potential stole. But we won't allow you to make a search to grab them. Not officially, at least.
What do you mean?
That discretion and malice.
You haven't heard
Ναι,
anything
φέρνει
about
από
my cousin by
εκεί
chance, have you?
Σπύρο.
To be honest, we were
Σπυρακός
hoping to
Λάλ.
find him here.
Όνομα και
Did you
αυτό
say he
που
was
έχεις.
intending on celebrating his departure? My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the coin.
That isn't the safest place in the city.
Let's go and find him.
Happy to be of some help.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ship.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become...
Our magic, yes. That only... As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is sea-born. Others are sea-gifted. Joining the Nords for... It's how the guild is made and maintains its number.
Could you tell me anything about our destination? The island of Tirfredi?
It is a magnificent place. Wild. spared from your wars, and the natives have a relationship with their land. They're a very friendly people, welcoming. I've also heard that there are a great many exotic creatures, but I wouldn't know what else to tell you. I've never strayed.
What do you think of our port?
Are you referring to this one? It is the biggest thanks to your prince, even though it remains part of your city. It holds up certain zones are owned completely by us. In maritime lore, it's a good port. Were it not for the Malachor.
Είναι το Malachor, είπαμε.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to
Και
find
μιλάει
a
στο
way to his
inventor.
jail.
Να, πότε τις πήρα αυτές. Τι όπλο έχει, Ζουί Hunter. Ένα τέτοιο είχε στο Dark Souls. Λοιπόν, Target Smuggler, ναι. Τι κερδίσαμε εδώ. Crude Iron, ωραία. Μάλιστα, ωραίο. Ναι, Γιώργο, αν δεν σκοτώνεις ανθρώπους θα είσαι συνεχώς under level και θα τρως πολύ ξύλο. Εγώ σου προτείνω να σκοτώνεις όσους ανθρώπους θες για να βελτιώνεις τις δυνάμεις σου. Δεν βρήκα να κερδίζω κάτι με το να πηγαίνω pacifist playthrough. Δεν ένιωσα ότι επηρέαζα κάπως την υπόθεση και τελικά τους περισσότερους ανθρώπους που έχει το παιχνίδι μέσα είναι, από ό,τι κατάλαβα, για αυτό το λόγο, για να ανεβάζει τα levels. Γεια σου, ευθύνη. Ναι, τι κάνουμε τώρα. Αυτός τι θέλει και μιλάει. Σου έχεις αυτό, μίλησα τώρα. Πού πάμε? Interrogate πάμε. Ναι. Οπτικά καλό είναι πάντως. Υποθέτω θα έχει να κάνει και το ρετουσάρισμα που το δείξανε. Τι λέει? Οκ. Και πώς ξέρω τι στόλη να φορέσω και πώς ξέρω ότι μπαίνω σε περιοχή άλλης παράταξης. Όπα, το έσπασα. Πώς μπορεί να ξέρω, ρε παιδιά, ότι λίγο περίεργο. Τι πρέπει να κάνω τώρα, τους σκοτώσω αυτούς, δηλαδή. Τι είναι, έχει κάνα quick save. 10 και 33, εντάξει είμαστε. Λίγο χαζά το εξηγεί εδώ πέρα. Υποθέτω βέβαια δεν χρειάζεται να μπω εδώ πέρα. Υπάρχει κάποιος λόγος να μπω εδώ μέσα. Άμα το πας για pacifist τρόφι, τι να σε κάνω.
Only the Norts have access to the prison.
Okay. Και δεν για να τους μιλήσω να το σπίσω. Καλά, καλά, καλά. Από πάνω εκεί πέρα κάπως θα πηγαίνω. Γιατί εδώ δεν μπορεί να σκαρφαλώσει και να μπει μέσα. Άχρηστος. Για δες. Wow. Obsidian. Ωραία, ούτε στο Metal Gear να ήμασταν stealth.
I've
Και πού αν τη βρω τη στολή? Δεν έχω στολή για να αλλάξω. Καλά, δεν είναι ότι δίνει και πολλές κόντεξ το λέει εδώ πέρα, αλλά δεν δίνει τίποτα πληροφορία σε αυτά.
Are you the smuggler?
You snuck yourself in here just to ask me that question? If this is some sort of trick to get me to admit to some crime, you are truly twisted.
You can see for yourself that I'm no naught. Come now. Are you the one I'm looking for?
I'm already locked up. What more do I risk? Yes, I am a smuggler.
I'm searching for a couple fleeing Teleme. They're trying to leave the city discreetly. Have they contacted you?
You certainly can't imagine I'm going to answer you without getting some... I don't really think of my clients as kin, but I'd never betray...
A real saint you are. How about your freedom in exchange for your loyalty? Tell me where I can find them and I'll open this cage.
That works for me. Your two Telemites are hidden in a warehouse behind this very prison. They must be waiting for me, but you might want to be quick about it. If the Naughts get their hands on them, they'll find themselves in this same cage.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Πώς να ανοίγω?
Locked.
Lockpicking. Lockpicking. Use key. Δεν έχω. Ωραία. Ωραία. Να δούμε λίγο τα quest. Πού είναι το quest όμως για τους άλλους, τους φυγάδες? Πολύ χάζω που δεν έχει πληροφορίες στα quests. Ας κάνουμε ένα save. Κλειδί. Δεν έχει κάπου το κλειδί εδώ μέσα? Stealth. Pickpocket. Stealth attack. Όχι. Πού το βρω το κλειδί ρε παιδιά? Έχει να κάνω pickpocket. Okay. Δεν έπεσε το reputation τώρα που το σκότωσα αυτό, ναι. Ωραία. Έχει και... Έχει λάθος. Τι φας τώρα, πώς το ανοίγω αυτό εδώ πέρα? Εσύ δεν μπορείς να το ανοίξεις? Έχει τα στατιστικά του άλλου. Skill required. Παράτα μας. Αναρωτιέμαι πόσα ελευθερία σου δίνει να επενδύσεις και σε άλλα δέντρα εδώ, έτσι, skills. Okay. Τι ήθελα να δω? Ναι, τα skills. Δεν γίνεται να δω το άλλο. Με τη μαγεία δεν γίνεται να τη σπάσει εκεί πέρα την κλειδαριά. Οκ, πάμε να τους πλακώσουμε αυτούς. Stealth attack. Stealth. Έλα μωρέ τώρα που μας έπεσε το reputation. Τι πήρα? Ορίστε.
Did you hear the bell? The bell of the port authorities?
Τι έγινε
Of
τώρα?
course. We're not in Teleme, you know. You better get going. The harbor master is ringing it. All the Nauts must rendezvous at the port authority immediately. Must be something serious.
Damn, we didn't hear either.
Be off with you. I'll watch over the way.
Ωραία. Ο Φορορός ήταν μπροστά στο warehouse. Πίσω του σκοτώσαμε τον άλλο το συνάδελφό του, αλλά τίποτα, χαμπάρια. Suspicious είναι, οκ, καλά έχουμε ακόμα. Βέβαια δεν έχει πουθενά μπάρα γι' αυτό. Οπότε έχασα έναν πόντο στο relationship. Αυτό τι σημαίνει? Έναν στα 100, έναν στα 1000, έναν στα 200. Τι φάση? Eternal, αν βάλεις την προσφορά που λες για το PS5, για το Apple TV, θα το βλέπεις μέσω του PS5. Αν το έχεις συνδεδεμένο με τηλεόραση, ό,τι ήχο χρησιμοποιείς για το PS5 στην τηλεόρασή σου.
Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen. Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen.
Completed, τι έγινε τώρα? Disguise yourself as ενώ τα υπήρχε και αυτή η επιλογή. Καλά, δεν πειράζει. Το κάνουμε διαφορετικά. Θυμίσω παιδιά, like και subscribe αν σας αρέσουν αυτά τα streams και θέλετε να σας έρχονται ειδοποιήσεις. Και επίσης μπορείτε να στηρίξετε τα μεταμεσονύκτια stream μέσω donation στο PayPal, για το οποίο μπορείτε να βρείτε link στην περιγραφή αυτού του βίντεο. Και ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ όσους στηρίζετε στα μεταμεσονύκτια streams. Στο Series X παίζω χλούπερ. Γεια σου.
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you have the result.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would be safe. But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed us here.
Tell me more about your research. What about it is so horrifying that it would provoke such a fuss?
Our work concerned the teachings of St. Lucius,
the disciple of Saint Matthias, the one who returned to Teleme.
Α, τώρα κατάλαβα τι εννοείς Eternal.
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved, but never seriously studied.
With the discovery of
Ναι, δεν ξέρω, γι' αυτό που λες. Μάλλον ενεργοποιήσει λογαριασμό σου για το PlayStation μόνο, φαντάζομαι, αλλιώς δεν ξέρω, δεν ξέρω.
The Eden of Saint Matthias.
And what did you find?
Teofrodi is without any doubt the land that our Saint Matthias and his disciples went to.
Πολύ αρχή είναι χλούπερ. Δεν ξέρω, εντάξει, με κάνει να θέλω να το παίξω τώρα, δεν ξέρω, αλλά τώρα σε τέτοιο παιχνίδι σε μία ώρα τι να καταλάβεις.
Saint Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden, of the paradise of the illuminated. He speaks of a voice that came from the
οπτικά στέκεται καλά πάντως.
which convinced Saint Matthias to stay there.
Έτσι αυτό σαν πρώτη εικόνα.
And there is no doubt.
I understand now what that text has cost you. This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret, but what...
Tell me more about your research.
Our work concerned
the disciple of Saint Matthias, the one who returned...
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved.
With the discovery of Teofrodi, we thought it crucial to take a look at the original text. We wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place that he spoke.
And?
Teofredi is with...
He speaks of...
It was...
I understand. This voice...
The sacred...
Who were you hoping would give...
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't...
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But at least we'll be safe.
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for spies.
That would be better than being burned at the stake.
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could...
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation stating that we were even ready to say that we had never seen the true text, or anything else that would have pleased them.
It served no purpose. It's our lives they are after.
Περίεργα είναι τα μάτια αυτής. Πολύ σκοτεινά.
Well, you have no other choice but to run and seek refuge in enemy territories.
I beg of you, please do not deliver us to them. Let us continue on this path.
Η υπόθεση του παιχνιδιού Smart Boy δεν ξέρω. Και εγώ τώρα το παίζω. Απλά ξέρω ότι ο χαρακτήρας μας είναι ευγενής από ό,τι καταλαβαίνω και θέλει να πάει σε αυτό το μεγάλο νησί, έτσι, που είναι ένας νέος κόσμος. Δεν κατάλαβα. Είπε ακόμα η αποστολή μας ποια είναι. Τι να τους κάνω αυτός. Αν παρακολουθείτε την υπόθεση, δεν ξέρω. Τους ελευθερώσουμε. Να διαπραγματευτούμε με τον πρέσβη εδώ για δεν ξέρω εγώ για τι πράγμα. Να τους συλλάβουμε. Ας μιλήσουμε με τον πρέσβη που λέει εδώ.
I could have a word with the good Dr. Sahi, if he can be persuaded to offer you asylum.
Your goodness honors you.
If I manage to convince the ambassador, you'll need to refrain from that sort of blessing. Stay here. I'll be back.
Μαν τώρα με το lockpick. Όπα. Τι φάση. Μπορούσαμε να μπούμε και από πίσω εδώ δηλαδή. Γιατί έχει έναν βολικά σπασμένο τοίχο. Γεια σου πάνω. Εσύ τι είσαι εδώ.
I still don't see Constantine at your side.
Don't worry. We'll find it.
I certainly hope so. Would you be in need of my help?
What will be your official title on Teofredi?
Come now, don't be ridiculous. I'm coming. But His Highness has also asked me to report. I am therefore required to take note of all events. Chart, but also obtain as much knowledge as possible concerning the more dangerous creatures of the island. Your help will be extremely valuable to me.
It's always a privilege to help. I need to be leaving.
Για τον Constance βρήκαμε. Όχι, δεν έχει κανένα. Είναι αυτός. Του 19 είναι το Greedfall, Δημήτρη, και απλά παίζω την αναβαθμισμένη έκδοση που είναι για τις νέες κονσόλες. Δεν είναι κάποιο remake πάντως, είναι το ίδιο το παιχνίδι. Κόλλησε ο companion. Τι είναι εδώ πέρα? Πώς ακριβώς πάω? Πρέπει να κάνω τον γύρο. Ή πάει και από εδώ? Κάτσε. Ναι, πάει και από εδώ. Ωραία. Σε ποια αποστολή ήρθαμε εδώ? Investigate disappearance.
Good day. Someone told me that you're a friend of Jonas's, the young cabin boy.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your cat.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously.
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary?
Maybe a tad troubled.
Why would that be?
Boy, I haven't the faintest idea.
What does Jonas do in his free time?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a say. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine.
Does he know anyone in...
No one. For...
Do you think he could have made him...
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas...
I don't know where to start with this.
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the...
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to the itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's... I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing.
What do you think about Captain Vasca?
He's a damn good navigator, and he knows his craft well, in spite of being...
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral.
I need to be going.
Okay. Δεν μας βοήθησε και πολύ αυτή. Πολύ κολλάνε στη γεωμετρία εδώ.
Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know...
Talking about Jonas? You bet your stars. But like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, the other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well... And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand? Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof. Gone.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated him the captain. No, not telling him that.
Did Jonas seem troubled to you? The night he...
Maybe. For
Do you know what was on his mind?
No.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere captain?
How would I know? You think my story...
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to... Did anyone else see the kid?
There was still a small crowd in the... I seem to recall that regular being there. We play kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that. Now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a just man who knows his knots. It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for laughs now and again.
Thank you, Laura.
Strange story this is.
Something isn't right here, I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
Πολύ μπλα μπλα έχει αυτή η αποστολή. Γεια σου Γιώργο. Και πολύ loot τριγύρω. Με τσαμπουκάνει την πόρτα, έτσι. Okay. Γεια σου, Σιλβάν.
Good day, tavern keeper.
Good day to you.
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on
There was indeed a party here last night.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? Hair down to his neck, light brown, blue eyes.
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. I hope you've come to reimburse me.
What kind?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood.
Let me take a look.
If you can fix it, I'll be...
Μου πάρει τα λεφτά αυτός, Καλά.
That's not a small sum.
Oh, the father has forgotten to give...
I'm looking for a Naut. A young cabin boy who's been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping? In my establishment? I would have noticed. That doesn't hold...
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouch.
Where might I find him at?
Here? He would never give away his check. Anything else?
How is business going these days?
It's picking up. We've not seen many. The Malikor and the neighbouring wars have dampened. The epidemic still rages. But the possibility of finding, now that we have a city there, quite a few seafaring...
Has the Malikor really put a damper on your business?
More than a damper. They were soaked. When the sickness, people stopped going out of their homes. They were afraid. And then, thankfully, the alchemists of the bridge said that you couldn't just keep or were still distrustful, as is their nature. I also lost quite a few regular customers. Yeah, but that's nothing new to you. The city would have...
With all these sailors coming and going, you must have...
Right. Even stories that might say that man-trees live there. Dragons. Treasure abounds under every rock. And last night, some Nauts even told me they brought back one of those giants. Ah, but you know the kind. If you ask my opinion, the...
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Okay, λοιπόν. Εδώ, αυτά μπορούμε να τα φτιάξουμε για να μην τον πληρώνουμε.
The furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
I could repair this if I had some metal dowels.
Τι είναι αυτά και πού να τα βρω, τι σημαίνει metal dowels. Έχει πολύ διάλογο, ναι. Ωραία, βρήκαμε κάτι random νομίσματα εδώ. Και άλλα νομίσματα εδώ. Οπ. Και άλλα ίσα ίσα πρέπει να έχει αρκετά για να τελειώσουμε την αποστολή εδώ. Γι' αυτό για stream προτιμώ να τα αποφεύγω τέτοια παιχνίδια ακριβώς επειδή έχουν πολύ μπλα μπλα, αλλά δεν πειράζει, ας το δούμε τώρα το Greedfall. Τι δωμάτιο είναι αυτό.
Who are you? I don't...
No. Have no fear about that. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared. A young cabin boy.
Yes, that does ring a bell.
What can you tell me about the boy?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried. And he must have been right to be nervous.
Tell me what happened that...
A rich merchant came in. The kind of man you can round up for a few... They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with it.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think?
No, sir. You were in luck. It was Sir Fontaine.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal.
Thank you. You've been
This man is completely owned by his
Μάλιστα. Λοιπόν, ας τον πληρώσουμε αυτόν τώρα. Δεν έχω δουλειά να το κάνω repair εκείνο. Πάρε τα λεφτά να τελειώνει. Είμαστε loves.
Excellent. Honest. Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool. He were dangerous fellows. They've a storehouse they operate out of a few streets.
What kind of business do they?
Several, actually, and they're all illegal and profitable. In any case, if you were set on recovering your cousin...
Thank you for the information.
Get off with ya. Get him out of whatever mess he's got himself into. Seemed like... Anything else?
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
Ωραία. Αυτό γιατί το έχει, μπορώ να το κάνω ακόμα repair. Πάμε σε αυτό, να τελειώνουμε. Πόντο. Πόντος.
Sir Desade, I presume. Captain, you set sail soon?
Yes, we were finally...
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that you...
Blast me, I'm a captain.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well.
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier 4D, but the Port Authority formalities for shipping, and we've already lost quite a bit of time with this...
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this
I would never ask you to do so.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well, no. If he finds an alternative... But this cargo...
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience.
Ωραία, ξεμπερδέψαμε γρήγορα από αυτόν. Νομίζω φτάνουμε στα τελειώματα αυτής της περιοχής και να πάμε στο νησί. Εκεί πέρα που από ό,τι κατάλαβα εκτελείστε το κυρίως παιχνίδι. Τι είναι αυτά, τι ωραία φλουτζανάκια.
Your Excellency, Lord Desade, I have been told that you were named legate. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come... My cousin Constantine is about to take up office as governor of New Serene.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. Well, then, that is a pity. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me...
A rather unscrupulous individual has been...
Ναι, όμορφο είναι γρήγορα και εμένα μου αρέσει.
A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up, as you can well imagine. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation, and in any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him.
I shall see what I can do, but make no...
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your... The man operates in the city center.
I would like to talk to you about a rather delicate matter.
I am listening.
A couple of historians have made a recent discovery concerning Matthäus. And it seems that this is not to the liking of the illuminated, or at least...
These sinister hypocrites are going to want to burn them.
Without a doubt. And that's why these...
I would volunteer and consent to take them under my protection.
You would like me to first take care of you?
You will certainly prove
Ωραία εννοούνται αυτά τα δύο quests.
Would you be so kind as to tell me what you know?
With pleasure. A legate. The alliance was sealed by several nations of the Bridge around 200 years ago. The greatest of our cities, Al-Sad, became the capital, and a council formed from the different nations.
Ναι, Γιώργο, έχεις δίκιο σε αυτό που λες. Το lip singing δεν είναι πολύ καλό. Σαν σχεδιασμό στα πρόσωπα είναι ωραία, αλλά οι μορφασμοί είναι λίγο... ναι, προδίδουν την φύση του. Αλλά εντάξει, γενικά είναι ωραίο σχεδιασμένο. Αλλά ναι, είναι λεπτομέρειες που λες.
It is by no means an overstatement to claim that each day we push the limits of our
Could you give me your understanding of the relation?
Our relations hang essentially. The exchanges are very profitable. I will not hide from you that we have hoped you would join our number for quite. But your princes insist on maintaining a neutral stance between the congregation and the other nations. It is by all means a respectable position, even if it.
Άρα το Bridge Alliance που λέει είναι για την επιστήμη γενικά. Το έχουν με την επιστήμη.
It is true that we founded Hikmet, our newest city. Alas, I haven't been able to go there myself. I can only tell you what others have. It is a luxurious island. An enormous dead volcano thrones in its center. The vegetation is extremely. We discovered animals that we have. Some are bigger than houses. A savage and crude people also live. But you shall discover all of this for yourself.
And what of your war with...
It has been
Ναι, Γιώργο, θα βγει το review. Αρχές άλλης εβδομάδας μάλλον.
If those bigots hadn't gotten it in their heads to convert the entire continent, that's the way of the world.
Have you been fighting battles there as well?
From what I've been told, Teleme has wisely and tastefully built their direct conflicts are in fact quite rare.
I need to be going.
Goodbye.
Ωραία. Τι λέει εδώ, και πρέπει να κάνουμε πρώτα... Ας πάμε πρώτα εδώ να βρούμε τον άλλο τον νεαρό που θα μπει, που θα έρθει μαζί μας στο πλήρωμα. Τον έχουν απαγάγει. Έχουν ρίξει δουλειά εδώ στο σχεδιασμό της πόλης, που από ό,τι φαίνεται είναι απλά μια έτσι εισαγωγική περιοχή μικρής διάρκειας.
Might I help you, sir?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please. Might I help you, sir?
I need to be going.
Πήγαινε, δες τον τοίχο. Όχι, καθαρίζει τον τοίχο. Okay. Πολύ σκόνη έπιασε ο τοίχος. Ωραία και τα εσωτερικά. Λεπτομέρεια.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. And to what do I owe the honor of your...
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here. But...
It concerns a delicate matter. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
Το Death's Door δεν είναι στο Game Pass, Γιώργο. Μας δίνουν κωδικούς. Δεν είναι στο Game Pass πάντως. Αλλά και να είναι στο Game Pass, πιθανότατα να μας δώσουν κωδικούς για να τα δούμε πριν την κυκλοφορία τους, για να βγει εγκαίρος στο review.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that his men escorted him from the tavern using force.
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose?
These witnesses are all in agreement and it's their testimony.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might... A gesture that your drunkards must have...
What was your son doing on a Naut ship?
It is what they do. Through pacts and...
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. But I will not say another word. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact? It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
Excuse me, madam, but I haven't quite...
If you would be so courteous, I would like you...
With respect, my lady.
Ωραίο voice acting έχει πάντως. Εντάξει, όχι και οσκαρικό, αλλά καλό είναι. Και έχουν πολλά βήματα τα quest βλέπω. Ελπίζω στο νησί να μην είναι έτσι. Να έχει και κάτι παραπάνω από το πέρα δόθε. Ευτυχώς δεν είναι και μεγάλη αυτή η περιοχή. Και παράτησαν μόνο το καλά μου. Πούντος, find the charlatan. Α, αυτός είναι. Οκ, τον βρήκα.
Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that. And more still, this little vial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Mako. Alas,
έχει ποντίκια εκεί πέρα.
your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Mako isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A file only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything. Absolutely everything.
Μέσα τα δόντια του μιλάει αυτός.
That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the Mako best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take two.
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
Πάμε να τον πλακώσουμε. Να φύγει, να του σπάσουμε το μαγαζί.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do?
Are there any nasty sights?
There are none. You will feel nothing but...
Will you drink one of your potions?
Of course. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to vote. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment.
Α, δεν έχει animation για να πίνει. Okay.
Come on now, I swear you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's
Εμείς
the
δεν το
same
είδαμε.
potion that you sell to your
As a man of science, I consider skepticism. In your case, it is not skepticism.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
Τι? Να κλέψουμε ένα φιλαριλίτιο και να τον βάλουμε να το πιει με το ζόρι. Και γιατί δεν του λέμε να πιει με το ζόρι ένα από αυτά που έχει μπροστά του.
Have you finally made up your mind?
I will think of
it. As you wish.
Περίεργο. Και τώρα... Τι χάζω τώρα αυτά. Α, δεν είναι κλειδωμένο αυτό. Πώς και έτσι. Τι λέει. Τι έγινε. Πού βρεθήκαν αυτοί. Τι ήταν τώρα αυτή εδώ η περίεργη μου την πέσανε. Επιτέλους μία μάχη εντάξει. Και ένα σεντούκι εδώ έτσι στο πουθενά. Τι είναι αυτό, καπέλο. Για να δω. Χειρότερο. Advanced, όχι. Έχει να το σπάσω σε πρώτες ύλες, μάλλον όχι. Ωραίο πάντως το inventory, ευανάγνωστος ο χάρτης. Τι είναι αυτό το πτώμα εδώ πέρα, τι, τον σκότωσε ο δικός μου. Κάνει δουλειά ο κομπάνιν από ό,τι βλέπω.
Have you finally made up your mind?
Η Σιλβάνα εισαγωγή είναι εσύ, εντάξει, στα RPG συνηθίζεται να πηγαίνει λίγο αργά στην αρχή, να χτίσει τον κόσμο. Δεν είναι κατά ανάγκη δράση το βασικό κομμάτι αυτών των παιχνιδιών. Και στο Witcher, τα κορυφαία RPG, έχει πολλά κομμάτια του παιχνίδιου που δεν έχει καθόλου δράση. Και πολλά RPG είναι μέσα έτσι. Επομένως είναι το θέμα όχι σε ποιους άρεσε το game, γιατί να αρέσει, αλλά αν σου αρέσει αυτό το είδος. Αυτό το λέω από τη φιλοσοφία, το ότι υπάρχει αρκετό μπλα μπλα έτσι. Και σημεία που δεν έχει δράσει. Τώρα αν είναι όντως καλό RPG ή όχι, θα το δούμε. Αν δηλαδή αυτό το όλο το μπλα μπλα που έχει τελικά αποζημιώνει μέσω ενός ενδιαφέροντος σύμπαντος, μιας καλής πλοκής, είναι πολύ αρχή ακόμα. Έχει κάποια χαζά τώρα βέβαια που φανερώνουν ότι δεν είχε το τεράστιο budget. Τώρα ο άλλος ο Alchemist που λέει τι κοπάνεις, ούτε έδειξε κάτι συν πως έφυγε, απλά λέει τι κοπάνεις.
What are you doing in my room? I'm not the only one that has found you. Have you seen the mob that is... I'm neither deaf nor blind.
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce.
Sahin? Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough, and here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me?
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me, coming. I understand if you don't believe me after all that. But I haven't. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set off a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
Αυτά τα σπασματάκια που κάνει.
Why does Sahin bear you so...
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners. Find a remedy to the Malachor. They won't hesitate to kill. I could...
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace and earned Sahin.
Πολύ εύκολο τον πίστεψε ο δικός μας.
Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those potions?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain...
But you could just as easily produce real...
You don't understand. I fled. But this potion is an attempt to create in those...
So you manipulate people to use this experiment?
I don't have a choice. But it does not...
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it?
I ran tests on myself. For such a long... A small sip of this mixture provokes in me... The mob would have been furious in any case. But a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Α, έχει τέτοιο mod για το Skyrim.
I don't torture people.
Εντάξει τώρα βέβαια να παίζεις για πρώτη φορά τέτοιο παιχνίδι και να θες να κάνεις skip την εισαγωγή. Είναι λίγο περίεργο. Άντε, σε βοηθήσουμε να φύγεις.
But you must promise.
I swear it.
Very well then. I need to first get you away from those who want.
If we can't find a way to sneak out of here discreetly, we will have...
I haven't lost hope that I'll be able to help them here.
It would be better if I remain hidden.
Ωραία. Και τώρα πρέπει να το βρούμε και... Α, πρώτα αυτό. Έλα, κάτι κλειδιά πήρα τώρα. Αν ξέρω με τα κλειδιά που πήρες. Ωραία. Κάθε φορά οι πόρτες κλείνουν από πίσω μας. Okay. Negotiate with angry crowd. Okay.
Please listen, I beg you.
If you wanted to reimburse you, get in a back of...
Believe me, I understand what...
Me? It's not money I want. That's I couldn't give a flying pile of dung for your pretty words.
How absurd! I'm the one who put an end to his...
Well, in that case, help us catch him so he could be punished like
Τι
he deserves.
φωνάζουν ο ένας. Στο ένα μέτρο είναι όλοι. Intuition.
And so you plan on waiting here? I do not advise that. All of you drank one of those...
You're right, we did. Tasted of death.
As for me, I only drank a few drops.
Alas, you need only drink a mere drop for it.
Paralysis?
A terrible side effect. The symptoms appear sooner or later. Everyone, except, of course, those go...
What are we gonna do? The doctor costs a fortune.
Listen to me, everyone.
That charlatan will just have to wait to get...
The alchemist is now far from danger, at least.
Δηλαδή, πόσο αφελής είναι όλοι βέβαια αυτές οι λύσεις που έχει και καλά διπλωματική. Εσύ είναι λίγο... Καλύτερα να έλεγε το intuition ότι ήταν successful και να μην έλεγε τι τους λέει τώρα.
So, did you find a way to get me out of this hornet's nest?
I persuaded the mob to disperse calmly and without a fight.
Very well. What power of...
You are free. Climb into your carriage and leave Serene immediately.
I owe you my life, sir.
I remind you to never step...
I have no desire to return.
Ελπίζω αυτός να εμφανιστεί αργότερα στο main quest. Τι? Α, τι βολικό αυτό. Τελειώσαμε αυτό το κομμάτι του quest και μου λέει τώρα να κάνει fast travel στον επόμενο στόχο μας. Για δες. Βολικότατο.
Your Excellency.
Lord Desade.
I tracked down your man near the coin gun. Finally. Let's just say I put an end to his activities. Matters turned out a little more... Why should I deliver him to you?
What?
And you to a legate of the congregation of merchants. That you treat... This man is indeed an alchemist at the bridge, and he told me much about...
And of course you sided.
Certainly not. I have no part to play in your quarrels. Now, if you're still intent on placing him in irons, you need to capture...
How embarrassing. I should have shown more honesty.
Χάσαμε το reputation και από αυτούς. Μόλις θα το χάσουμε για να δούμε.
And this modest gift for the voyage.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye.
Ooh.
Your Excellency.
Lord Desade.
Now that your affair is taken care of, are you planning on helping the historians?
We are willing. Where are they to be found?
At the port of Serene. They were hoping to stow away...
Very well. I shall...
I need to be going.
Goodbye.
We owe you our lives.
Όπα, πάλι μας έκανε fast travel. Κοίτα να δεις. Ναι, το lip sync δεν είναι καθόλου καλό, Μπάμπη. Και τα στόματα έχουν κάτι το περίεργο, έχουν κάτι το αφύσικο το πώς είναι. Αλλά, οκ, δεν πειράζει.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart.
Ναι. Όπα, εδώ τι έχει. Εντάξει, Σιλβάνα, μιλάμε για εντελώς άλλες Για εντελώς άλλα μεγέθη. Εννοείται τώρα, τι να συγκριθεί με το Witcher. Η υπερπαραγωγή αυτό εδώ πέρα είναι στα όρια του AA παιχνιδιού. Είναι μικρή ομάδα σχετικά που το έκανε. Με πολύ μικρότερο budget.
Alas, these renegades have found protection. I would not have been able to capture them without risking a
The bridge. But I had hoped that you might intervene quickly. We have nothing else to do but pray that the Minuet might shield us from their lies.
I must be going. Farewell.
May the light.
Ανεβάσαμε και λίγο. Τι έγινε, απανωτά τα παίρνω τα levels τώρα. Τι έχουμε, 2 total points. Τι να βάλω, να βάλω κάνα πιστόλι, να. Άσε το πάμε. Αφού έχω μαγείες, άμα χρησιμοποιείς μαγείες, άμα κάποιος έχει μαγεία, γιατί να χρησιμοποιεί πιστόλι. Στάσεις. Αυτό πότε ανοίγει? Level 4. Magical, ας το κάνουμε στην 10. Και αυτό, achievement. Combo speed. Κάνει combo. Δεν το κατάλαβα. Να σας βάλουμε και λίγο αυτό και μια χαρά. Reset. Αυτά που έβαλα εδώ μπορούσα να τα βάλω εδώ. Άρα ή αργότερα παίρνω. Είναι τα points που παίρνω στο level τα ίδια για κάθε μια κατηγορία, άρα για να πάμε. Ωραία. Ευχαριστώ, Τζον. Ωραίο είναι οπτικά πάντως έτσι. Μου αρέσει αυτό που βλέπω. Να δούμε και το νησί πως είναι μετά. Δεν έχω δει τα προηγούμενά τους παιχνίδια. Το Technomancers και το Mars Logs το λέγανε για να δω αν βελτιώνεται γενικά σαν εταιρεία ή αν είναι στάσιμη.
Sir, you still haven't found your cousin. As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our
I'm still without news of my cabin boy.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the...
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents...
A contract? But what...
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered... In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before... I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't... But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents, and ever since, he's been a naught. Our ships are his home.
I have a favor to ask.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late. All merchandise must be registered at the port. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler...
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few...
Well then, they'll have to wait.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there...
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a... He's gotten into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held, but all that is not in the warehouse, and noted on the manifest, will be left on the dock. Sorry, but your crates...
Sorry, Kurt.
The commander is going to have my head.
In that case, we're going to have to doctor the manifest ourselves. Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us?
Το Bound by Flame δεν είμαι σίγουρος. Αυτόν ήταν.
Have no fear.
I'm still without...
Το φαντάζομαι, Τζον, ότι αυτή θα είναι η δουλειά. Ότι στο νησί, εδώ όλο αυτό ότι είναι το εισαγωγικό. Α, το Bound by Flame δικό τους ήταν. Πριν το Match Logs πρέπει να ήταν. Εντάξει, είναι άσχημα εδώ για αρχή τα quest, βέβαια πολύ μπρος πίσω. Ελπίζω να είναι πιο περίτεχνα τα επόμενα. Να έχει να χρησιμοποιήσει κανένα skill, λίγο stealth, λίγο πιο έξυπνες λύσεις, ξέρω εγώ.
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know, she told me she said that he was taken when he was a child due to some contract.
Who was a cabin boy?
They took him back to bring.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain.
Τώρα ο δικός μας είναι υποτίθεται ευγενής, φτασμένος, θα πάει για... θα τον στείλουν σε άλλο νησί για σύμβολο και αυτά, αλλά δεν ξέρει τι συμβαίνει με την παράταξη των notes και πώς κάνουν και πώς παίρνουν στις τάξεις τους άτομα που τα παίρνουν από παιδιά. Εντάξει, τώρα θα έπρεπε να τα εξηγήσει σε εμάς αυτά, όχι στον χαρακτήρα μας.
This cabin boy, but Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child. And what counts most is that you bring the boy. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly.
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
Τώρα γιατί δεν με έκανε fast travel εκεί πέρα, πριν μου έκανε για να με βοηθήσει. Τι συστήσεις. Τι είναι, σε λάθος μέρος ήρθα. Εσείς τι είστε εδώ. Ωραία, για να τα δω αυτά που λες, John V. Ίσως επενδύσω σε lockpick. Μ' αρέσει γενικά να έχω lockpick σε τέτοια παιχνίδια. Νιώθω ότι μου δίνει πολύ μεγάλη ελευθερία το lockpick. Είναι ένα από τα πρώτα skills που ανεβάζω πάντα. Lockpick, hacking, όλα αυτά.
This document mentions another property. A warehouse.
That would be a great place to hide. Shall we take a peek?
Και ένα μήνυμα που να είχε δεν θα ήταν κακή ιδέα. Εδώ τι συμβαίνει. Γιατί τα έχουν... Τι καίνε εδώ πέρα. Τι Mako έκανα, John.
Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
Let's just try to remain discreet.
Stealth. Έλα. Δεν έχει κανένα vision να βλέπω που βρίσκονται. Τι είναι, δεν πάει από εδώ κάπου. Α.
Sir de Sade, what are you doing here?
I've come looking for your son. The Naughts are...
Those Naughts took him from us, but now we've got him back.
Would you be so kind as to hear what I have to say, Sir Fontaine? I looked into the contract that binds you to the North. It was indeed you who ceded your son.
It is so. But that sort of
You should have thought of that before. Breaking the contract could have...
The Prince will know how to negotiate with the Naughts.
If they...
Her sadness would be all the more terrible if she learned of your role in the story, don't you think?
You wouldn't dare.
You're not leaving me with a choice.
Very well. Take the key and take him away. Cursed.
All children leave the nest one day or another, sir. Farewell.
Πολύ παρηγορητικά λόγια. Και τον είχε κλειδωμένο το γιο του δηλαδή.
My name is I am legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to...
Were you able to convince my...
Yes. Even if...
That doesn't surprise me. I feel more sorry for my mother.
You don't seem to be all that close.
I hadn't seen them since I was 5. Find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. My family is the Knots. I am sorry for my...
Yes. You should still go and say farewell to your mother. Then find your way to the ship.
Σπάρουμε και το loot μας που είναι πίσω από lockpick, πανάθεμάτο. Ωραία, ναι, μπορώ να το κάνω τότε το lockpick αφού το λες και εσύ, γιατί όχι.
Sir, you still haven't found your cousin?
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time.
My cabin boy, Jonas, is back on ship.
You do. It's a rather sad affair, and though solved...
All we can do is plot a course. I do thank you. I didn't think you'd go... Your actions bring you...
Be back soon, Captain.
1000 XP. Εδώ τι έχουμε να κάνουμε. Μάλλον stealth θα θέλει εδώ. Πάμε να πλαστογραφήσουμε την υπογραφή, ας κάνουμε ένα save.
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
Για να δούμε, stealth. Πάμε stealth.
And you were able to keep your mark hidden from them. They might let us in, unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients, but it's doable.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities.
Αυτό δεν είναι, ναι. Να τους φτιάξουμε, λέει, υπνοτικό, αλλά πού το βάζουμε μετά αυτό το υπνοτικό. Και πού το φτιάχνουμε. Τι ποια αποστολή είναι.
If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients, but it's doable.
Clear out the warehouse guards. Δεν έχω ρούχα ναυτικών. Πάμε να κάνουμε prepare το drink. Θα μου ζητήσει το skill να έχω τίποτα, μην ξενερώσει. Αυτό θέλω να φτιάξω. Laced drink. Α, θέλει και science. Δεν έχω science. Θέλει bot. Καλά κρασιά. Και εσύ τι, Ηλία, το έπαιξες ή όχι το παιχνίδι? Εδώ τι εννοεί clear out the warehouse guards? Δεν το καταλαβαίνω αυτό σαν αποστολή. Γιατί θέλουμε να το κάνουμε αυτό? Tamper. Τέλος πάντων, πάμε μια από εκεί. Πιο γρήγορα να κάνω loading. Ναι, Dragon, με το Next Gen Update το παίζω τώρα. Stealth kill.
Where is the manifest to be found? I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs.
Έχει πορεία να κάνουμε. Λες να μην βάλω lockpick, εντάξει. Οκ, τότε μπορούμε να μεταμφιεστούμε τώρα, έτσι. Και δεν θα μας καταλαβαίνουν δήθεν. Βασικά το βάλω αυτό. Ωραία. Τώρα δηλαδή είμαι μεταμφιεσμένος. Υπάρχει κάποιος τρόπος να καταλάβω αν είμαι μεταμφιεσμένος? Τζον, εσύ που το ξέρεις. Υπάρχει κάποιο εικονίδιο που να μου λέει ότι έχω μεταμφιεστεί?
Here's the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
Τι κλειδί πήραν, μάξε. Γιατί να θέλω... Αχαχα, τώρα κατάλαβα. Αν ήθελα να ελευθερώσω τον άλλον τον ληστή. Σου λέει το κάθε chest κομμάτι. Εννοείς η πανοπλία. Ποιο, δεν κατάλαβα.
Hello? What can I do?
We're the relay. You're dismissed.
Finally! The path is clear. We should notify the men.
Επειδή μεταμφιέστηκα, ωραία. Καλό αυτό. Το πτώμα εκεί πέρα που σκότωσα πριν, κανείς δεν του δίνει σημασία.
Well, now, can we get going?
The way is clear.
Do your best to be quick and quiet about it.
Don't you be worrying.
The warehouse is at the end to the right there.
Move out, quick.
Πάει γι' αυτό. Ωραία, όλα τελειώσαμε με τις δευτερεύουσες. Ή, κάτσε. Όχι ακόμα. Πού είναι η... Κάτσε ρε. Talk to the coin guard in New Serene. Coin guard. Εδώ δηλαδή, για να δούμε. Κάτω δεξιά έχει ένα σήμα. Πού? Πού είναι η κάτω δεξιά? Sorry λίγο εδώ. Πάω μάθαινα τα controls αυτό τι είναι. Στο chest κομμάτι της πανοπλίας. Αρκεί να φορέσω δηλαδή στο τόρσο αυτό την πανοπλία, δεν χρειάζεται γάντια και παπούτσια ξέρω εγώ.
So you're back. Right.
We can guarantee that your merchant...
Thank you, Your Excellency.
The cargo shall make the voyage.
That shall be your next mission. Once you've reached New Serene, go and he will give you new instructions. Until then.
Οκ. Αυτή η αποστολή συνεχίζεται αργότερα δηλαδή. Γεια στον. Μόνο το τόρσο, οκ, βολικό αυτό.
That vulture of a tavern master was right. It is Constantine's voice. It's coming from the floor above.
It sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
Άντε. Να τον ελευθερώσουμε, μπας και φύγουμε ποτέ από εδώ. Δύσκολη μάχη, destroy level 1 in alchemy. Αλλά. Ποιο είναι αυτό βασικά? Alchemical, πώς το είπε? Α, science,
It's blocked.
It's blocked.
It's blocked.
Μάλιστα. Άρα πάμε κατά μέτωπο. Αν βρούμε από που μπαίνουμε, από εδώ, από εδώ. Save, save. Ευχαριστώ. Ξέρω εγώ Τόνι, θα το κρατήσουμε λίγο ακόμα. Από εδώ κάτω μπαίνω από την άλλη μεριά μάλλον, έτσι, αν έσπαγα τον τοίχο. Δεν έχει κανένα φωτό εδώ μέσα. Locked. Αμπά, πώς και έτσι. Καλό φαίνεται αυτό. Κάτι άλλο δεν έχει εδώ. Ένα σπαστικό που κλείνει οι πόρτες από πίσω μας συνέχεια.
Well, this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite, and a demanding father to impress.
Πάνω μας έσπασε το μπουκάλι.
My dear cousin, my lucky star, always there to pull me out of my fight.
I do what I can. We're departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by your absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me.
He cares about you. I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure.
Companion equipment, okay.
If you only knew how these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, good cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
They haven't spotted us. We could sneak out of here silently. We have a ship to board.
You've always been the reasonable soul.
Άρα σου βάλω μια σοβαρή στολή.
Yes, without a doubt.
Αφού πρώτα βάλω... εγώ είμαι εντάξει.
Kurt, it is your highness's decision to make. Whatever it is, I shall follow.
Καλά γαντάκια έχει αυτός. Και όπλο. Καράπια, ωραία. Καλά είσαι εσύ. ίδιο είναι το καπέλο. Οκ. Ας κάνουμε άλλο ένα save. Α, είναι και τζαμπουκάς ο ξάδερφος. Ως δύο companions έχω στο πάρτι δηλαδή. Α, δεν πειράζει. Θέλω να κάνω και κάμια μάχη. Δεν είναι και πολύ δύσκολη μάχη. Τόσο αν το έπαιζε στο hard. Τι κάνει, όχι ρε. Δεν πάτησα να μπεις ρε. Να θεμάσαι. One skill point και one attribute. Ωραία. One skill point, ας βάλουμε armor damage ή slightly. Ας το πάρουμε εδώ. Και attribute, ας βάλουμε αυτό. Αυτό τι κάνει? Level 1. Δεν ανεβάζει κανένα ποσοστό. Δεν καταλαβαίνω εδώ πέρα. Willpower, ναι, οκ, εδώ είμαστε. Το πήραμε και το achievement. Λοιπόν, καπελάκι, δεν λένε, δεν λέει, γάντι, μάπα. Τι έχουμε εδώ? Καιρός να φύγουμε. Α, έχει περιορισμό, καλά, κάπου θα βρω να τα πουλήσω, υποθέτω, όσα δεν θέλω, έτσι.
Sir? Constantine d'Orsay, future governor of Tir-Freddy.
Enchanted as well, Your Highness.
Are you ready?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon.
Permission to board the ship. We are ready.
Certainly. But keep in mind that we'll be... If you have any farewells to make or any final business to put into order...
No, my house is in order. We are ready to embark.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Follow me.
I am so eager to discover
Tir-Freddy.
My isle, my new city.
You'll need to arm yourself with patience. The voyage will be long. I've been told the trip lasts months.
And they say the place is full of gigantic creatures, as big as buildings.
That's right. I heard a rumor the Nauts even brought one back in one of their ships.
I doubt that. The Nauts are strange, but they're not idiots.
The beast is awoken!
Those conniving, piss-distilling, bridge-building liars. The creature was supposed to be out for days. They'll pay for this.
What the hell manner of cargo are you transporting?
Help! We need ropes! We must contain it! Help!
Come now, let's lend them a hand.
Εντυπωσιακό.
Captain, keep my cousin safe!
Aman. Σοβαρά. Game over. Νόμιζα ότι έπρεπε να χάσω αυτή τη μάχη. Σε σκίζει αυτό το τέρας. Και... Ωραία. Καλά, τι μάχη, πώς την Dark Souls την είδαν τώρα εκεί πέρα. Δεν έκανε και κανένα auto-save εκεί.
Sir? Enchanted as well.
Are you ready?
We should be able...
Permission?
Yep.
No.
Perfect.
I am so eager to discover Tear Freddy. My isle. My new city.
You'll need to arm yourself with...
Ωραία, αρχής. Έλα ρε. Οι άλλοι γιατί δεν βοηθήσανε. Τη σφαίρα αρκούς. Εσύ που ήσουν ρε φίλε.
I've never seen a beast this size. It's quite extraordinary.
Cousin, what a fight. You were illustrious.
I'm not of the same mind. I had the feeling it was already weakened. I did nothing more than finish it off.
Your humility remains a constant. But believe me, that battle was absolutely epic.
Gentlemen. Your cousin's enthusiasm is most impressive.
This journey is his long-awaited chance to prove his worth. He has a demanding father.
More likely he's just happy to be free of this hornet's nest.
I definitely know I am. That's certain.
Stations, lads! Weigh anchor and ready hard to wear. Lively now, lively! Catch me a wind!
Καλά, τι μουσικές είναι αυτές, εντάξει, ένα πλοίο φεύγει. Γεια σου πλάτα πλώμο. Γεια σου. Θα κάτσουμε λίγο ακόμα, παιδιά. Λέω να ανοίξω μια μπυρίτσα να έχω εδώ, να πιω. Για αλλαγή σήμερα αντί για καφέ. Τα πουλιά πετάνε χαμηλά, θα βρέξει μάλλον. Ωραία, τώρα μπήκε το σήμα. Ωραίο. Τι είναι αυτή?
Gentlemen, I am Constantine of House Orsay, your new governor. I have no idea what sort of ceremony you've prepared for my arrival, but I would gladly skip it, so... Indeed, these are rather peculiar customs. I see, it seems you were quite intent on serving me a drink. Hello? Cat got your tongue, gentlemen? Would it be those annoying beaks?
I am truly sorry these doctors should have shown a greater measure of courtesy. Thank you, dear doctors. Move along, don't trouble the Naughts. Pay no attention to them. Instead, just
τελειώσει cutscene και θα πάω να ανοίξω
Long
μια.
voyages at sea require the appropriate treatment as soon as we land. According to our scientists, without fortifiers, you might catch your death, and that would be quite regrettable.
I should have chosen death. This concoction is liquid torture.
I would think that they would have warned you on the ship.
Not in the slightest. And you must be Lady Morange, my predecessor.
You are correct.
There you are!
To your health.
Aha! You got your dose of bile too. Allow me to present to you Lady Morange, and to you, my dear lady, my most trusted cousin. Where is the captain?
He seems to be preoccupied with some sort of admiral.
Indeed. Then I will have to thank him later for this most marvelous voyage. Excellency, lead me to the palace, I beg you.
Ναι, Smart Boy, ανακοινώθηκε σήμερα αυτό που λες. Πολύ ευχάριστο νέο.
I am dying with impatience to discover this new city. My city!
Μακάρι, Τζον, ξέρω. Καλές είναι οι πρώτες εντυπώσεις έτσι από αυτή την εισαγωγή που έκανε. Εντάξει, έχει κομμάτια που δείχνει ίσως κάπως ότι δεν έχουν το budget μεγαλύτερων εταιριών, αλλά έχει και ωραία στοιχεία. Σε πρώτη όψη δηλαδή στο σχεδιασμό, οι φωνές, το σενάριο να δούμε πώς το πάει, αλλά για την ωραία γραφή σχετικά καλή είναι. Έχει κάποια χαζά πραγματάκια, αλλά... Τι έγινε τώρα? Έχεις και πιστόλες. Άντε για να τους αλλάξω πανοπλίες αυτούς. Κάτσε, σε αυτό δεν γίνεται. Όχι, γίνεται. Πώς το έχουν κάνει, γιατί δεν γίνεται να πάει στην πανοπλία τώρα? Α, με το αναλογικό πρέπει να το πηγαίνει. Οκ, το βρήκαμε. Γιατί το έχει γκριζαρισμένο αυτό? Α. Ναι, Smartboy, και το ωραίο είναι ότι θα το κάνουν remake. Το remake του Dead Space θα είναι μόνο για τις νέες κονσόλες. Κάτι που με κάνει να πιστεύω ότι θα γίνει γερή δουλειά στον οπτικό τομέα. Α, δεν έχω main quest. Τι έγινε? Τι? Add. Χαμός. Για να δούμε και το world map. Ναι, οκ. Ας πάμε πρώτα εδώ. Έλα, πολύ ευαίσθητο είναι. Επιστρέφω. Πάω να ανοίξω μια πύρα. Λάγκερ, Γρηγόρη. Γεια μας. Ωραία, πάμε. Αλλά τώρα βαριέμαι να κάνω loot κάθε κουτάκι. Α, ξαναβγαίνω και όλα καλά. Δεν ασχολούμαι καν τότε.
Attention, soldier.
Let me pass. I must see the chief of your village. whatever could be so funny.
Αν λίγοι, δεν νομίζω. Εκτός τι αν πω, αν την έχεις χρόνια, πόσα χρόνια.
I am here as an emissary of my people, and I must see your chief, governor.
And so you are a princess then?
A what?
Let her pass. Your Majesty, I shall present you to the governor. Come.
Princess, Majesty, you are most confusing, but thank you for your help.
Τι έγινε τώρα? Έλα, εσύ φύγε. Εσύ είσαι αδιάφορος. Εσύ, έλα.
Honor Manawi, do you need something?
The first time you saw me, did you really think I was a native?
Aside from the way you dress, you resemble a
Ο
native.
δικός μας μοιάζει με ηθαγενή.
Honor Manawi amongst the Renaigse before. Is it so surprising that I made this mistake?
No, I understand. And I hope that this singular appearance makes me...
Perhaps if your difference wasn't merely physical, but your heart is evidently the heart of a Renaigse. Anything else?
I've never heard you talk about your father. Who was he?
Δεν σε άκουσα ποτέ μιλάς για τον πατέρα σου, λες και τη ξέρει. Τώρα τη γνώρισε, παιδιά. Μάλλον αυτούς τους διαλόγους.
This memory is still painful, so we usually avoid the subject.
What happened to him?
He was killed as he tried to escape the lions who wanted to capture. My mother never really recovered from it. Anything else?
I must leave you. See you later.
Μπορεί μόλις να σε γνώρισα, αλλά περίεργος δεν μου έχεις μιλήσει ποτέ για τον πατέρα σου. Της είπε. Για να κάνω companion quests που έχει το relationship level, σημαίνει ότι πρέπει να τους εναλλάσσω στην ομάδα μου για να το ανεβάζω το level.